Good morning. Welcome in. How you doing? Let me get some links shared here, and then we'll get started. Make sure this is turned down. Yep, we're good. Good morning, Mr. Tom, over on Locals. How you doing, buddy? I'll surprise you with something over there here in a second. Once I get all these links shared, you can do some really cool stuff over there. Good morning, Jamie. Welcome in. How you doing? Good to see you as well. I missed y'all. It's been a rough couple of days, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, I'm definitely feeling it. I am not my younger self. That is for sure. Whew. Um, just putting this out there. I'm going to share my locals page. I don't expect you to do a signed up membership, but I would appreciate it if you would go over and just follow me on there. That's a huge help in all in itself. I need something to drink. All right. Thomas is all over the place. He's on locals. He's on YouTube. He's on Rumble. Is he going to be on X here in a second? Will I see him over there next? Maybe Twitch. Good morning, Susie. Good morning, Dave. Welcome in, y'all. I've missed you. Uh-oh, I hear someone.
What's up, bro?
Good morning, Mr. Mike. How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right yourself?
I'm doing the best that I can, my friend.
Amen.
I am very sorry to hear about the loss of your friend. I did read that yesterday, I believe, and my heart
Yep,
goes out.
I saw that. Thank you. She was a good girl.
That makes it even harder.
Yeah, she was one of the founding members of Red Lions American Legion Riders.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she was one of us 13 that started it. Now we just worry about her husband because he's a pretty heavy drinker. Drinks a lot of beer, but we're just worried about him now.
Understandable.
And my other friend spent a year in Rest Haven. They let him go home. He was home for not even a week, and his girlfriend can't take care of him because he's pretty much bedridden and he's a big man. So they had to. He went back in the Rest Haven. He's probably gonna be there the rest of his life, which I can't even imagine.
That's sad.
Yeah, ain't no doubt about that.
Let's see. Jamie says, "Hi, Mike.
All right, Jimmy.
Susie says, Thomas, Dave, Mike, good morning.
Good morning, Susie.
Thomas said, sorry for the loss, Mike.
Thank you. What the fuck is this? Get the fuck off my screen.
Mike's getting ads. Mike's getting
Nah, nah, it's a link when one ex-girlfriend shared. Something about a bunny.
Oh, bunnies are fun.
I'll watch that later.
I used to have bunnies when I was a kid.
I used to have a pure white bunny here in the junkyard. Don't know
Nice.
where he came from. Don't know where he went. He hung around for about a year and a half, and he disappeared. I can't imagine he stood a very good chance around here with all the cats and foxes, red-tailed hawks, eagles, other kind of hawks.
All right, all my links are shared. I'm gonna go do something over here with my locals people. What the hell? Why is it saying? Okay. See if you're on locals, Whiskers. I know you just got done eating your mouse, buddy, but that doesn't mean that they want to see your ass.
Hmm.
Okay, so over on locals, well, you too, if you remember, on locals, you can actually share entire pictures in the chat. I just shared this funny Star Wars uh, Carol picture over there with Mr. Thomas. So, um, it makes it interesting. We can, if we're on a topic, people can actually post, screenshots of articles in there for me. If we're talking about pew pews, since we're still on YouTube, I gotta behave and be careful. But if we're talking about pew pews, you can post yours up there. Um, you can take and post your cars, bikes, whatever, right in the chat, and everybody can see it live in time. So, but yeah. Again, unfortunately, that they charge. I don't charge for any of that shit. I don't want to charge for any of that shit. I want this to be a community where everybody has the same opportunities to do to participate as everyone else. Thomas says, "Bunny, get the holy hand grenades." That's some Monty Python search for the Holy Grail. What did you guys do with my drink? Oh, it's still in here. Ooh, one of you has gas. Or you're using the, oh no, they're using the bathroom. I gotta clean that thing out.
Yeah, Eddie's doing an awful lot of that lately himself.
He's probably catching a lot of mice.
He's just not that keen on going outside, going to the bathroom right now. I
Oh, I
think.
got you then. I got you.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly for that, huh?
I guess.
I don't know,
That's
man.
right.
I think I'm glad that I didn't grow up in the era where we had to go out and use the outhouse and stuff.
Yeah. Back when they didn't need a man or a lady sign on the door.
Nope.
Fucking bathroom.
You use it.
Everybody throws their ass off evenly. No matter what closet you came out of.
Even, well, unless you were like James Buchanan, who had that huge one. Um, that was. Have you ever seen James Buchanan's bathroom outhouse?
No.
He actually had it fit for men, women, boys, girls, and he even had them set up for his slaves. But his slaves he didn't have by sex. His slaves he just had it, two of them that the slaves used.
Huh.
And if they got caught using the ones they weren't supposed to be using, they got in trouble.
Oh shit.
Susie says, "My poor kitty cat found out he's not human yesterday. Well,
Oh.
I hope that's not a, a really bad thing, but
Yeah, cats got it made compared to people. I tell Eddie that all the time. Be glad you're
I
not a people, man. You got it easy.
I, I love my kitties. They have a cat at the local hardware store over here,
Ah.
and I went in. I was walking around and I saw this cat, and I'm like, "What the heck?" And he's older. You can tell he's probably at least 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
And yeah, I went over and well, here I will show you because he was such a good kitty
Yeah.
that I walked right up to him. Fluff, can you please come here? Can you please? They don't want to see your ass, and I don't want your ass in my face either, Tangerine. That gummit. And I got Kitty MMA for Dave.
Ah.
As soon as Fluffy. Susie says I had a couple of fellows working here yesterday, and the cat seen them and lost his mind, growling like a dog, spitting like a llama. He was terrified and of our not. Aw, that poor Bubby. Yeah, my boys get like that too. I'll check that out in a second, Mike.
Yeah. I shared that with a friend of mine last night. There's some funny cats on that one. Yeah,
But here's
Eddie wasn't a happy camper yesterday. My friend stopped down. We played some chess, and he brought Karma along with him, his puppy Rottweiler.
ooh fun.
Eddie was not digging that shit.
But this is the buddy from the shop.
You're gonna run right into the cat box. Now he's going to the food.
But can you see him there, Mike?
Hold on a second.
Yep, no problem.
Go in and say hi to Eddie. Oh
And he just chilled there, let me pat him and everything. Talked
yeah,
to me.
little shop mouser.
So yeah, he was cool. So this is what we've been working on the last couple of days, last week. We ripped up the floors, redid all the plumbing underneath of it, put all new insulation in, um, and got the toilet and the sink up and running. The showers plumbed in. What did you do?
Yeah, screen went blank. I see you on the bottom though.
The little shit took and hit the button.
Yeah.
No, get back here. Let go. Let go.
Well, I don't like Eddie on my desk.
Well, he's just a little shithead.
You don't get up here often anymore, but
Come here.
well, he always wants to jump from my desk to where my TV's at, which is the TV's damn near touches the ceiling. It's up so high. But yeah, he always wants to get up there. Ain't nothing up there for him now. My ceilings are low in here too, though.
That's not a bad thing all the time. I mean,
Oh yeah, it makes it easier to heat.
definitely.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. You little shit, I'm going to whoop you. Get back here. I'm trying to do a show.
I fixed my outside cats up. I had two Chewy boxes sitting on the porch for them, and I'd see Junior and Skit in there a lot. They'd be huddled up together. So I got a a box the other day from Chewy, and I turned one upside down, put it over the bottom one. So now they got like a little enclosed box out there.
Oh, nice.
They have one little hole to get in it. So I felt bad for them. It's cold out there. Not that they can't find somewhere to get out of the fucking wind and rain. Here in the
Yeah,
junkyard, there's a ton of places they can be, you know. But they like being on the porch.
yeah. Cinder and Jr. were going at it this morning,
Huh.
and I mean, like really going at it in the kitchen
What are you
as I'm
doing?
getting my coffee made.
What are you doing?
Do not touch that damn screen. Get back here. But yeah, as they're going at it, next thing I know, Jr. jumps up and runs right behind me. Oh yeah, Susie, I bet he hasn't left your side. Cinder's the same way with Ryan. Still, I don't understand why. But would you come here? You're not going to. We'll put you outside. Um, Mike lives not too far from me here in Pennsylvania, Susie. He's about a half an hour, 45 minutes west of me. So Susie says, Chris, I'm just working on the hot water lines next week. Got all the cold lines in and water to the house. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
You're going to the vet.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I gotta put this phone down because don't you start your shit. Who? If you start like your sister, I will put you both in the kennel. All right, I can't read through you, boo. I cannot read through the boo. Um, Dave says kitty MMA is great. Puppy MMA is fantastic. Puppy versus kitty MMA. I have a story about that, Dave. Give me a second. And he said, "Well, that's awesome, totally awesome." Jamie says, haha, Dave is, as long as no one is getting hurt. Um, oh, pain is part of learning. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
That's part of the story. Susie says, oh, cool. At least you can get together. We have gotten together. There's a short video of me and him hanging out, at a place called Chickies Rock Park in Columbia. So, yeah, we've been there. Jamie's yelling at Boo. Said, Boo, don't do it.
Yeah.
Boo's a good girl, unlike Casper. But okay. So my story about the kitty versus doggy MMA. I'm pretty sure I've shared pictures with all of you of my puppy. Well, my dog. I'll always consider him a puppy, but
Yeah.
his name was Lefty, my pit bull beagle mix of all things. What are you doing? Huh? And he was just so high strung all the time. If you didn't get a hold of him before you opened his kennel up, he was gone, and you were chasing him for 30 minutes. Well, the one day the neighbors were out, and they had a big chocolate lab. She weighed probably 95 to 100 pounds, and Lefty only weighed in at
What are you doing?
like maybe 60 pounds to, if that. He was a very small statured dog, but he was stout. And so he takes off over there. and he puts his head down, hits the chocolate labs so hard that the chocolate lab literally goes up, rolls over his back, and lands back on her feet again. And is looking around like, what the hell? And he's just running around and running around, and their little boys out there, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Because I thought for sure he was going to knock the boy down, but he didn't. Instead, he found their indoor outdoor cat, and their indoor outdoor cat looks a lot like my Pikachu. He was very very fluffy, very big cat, and so he goes up, he sits right in front of this
Grouchy.
cat, right?
You're
I
grouchy.
mean, they're almost eye to eye with each other, and the cat hisses at Lefty, and Lefty just kind of turns his head and perks his ears and looks at the cat. And right as he does that, the cat just freaking loses his shit. And what, like 30 times real fast, smacks the shit out of my dog, right? and and my dog just kind of steps back a second and kind of looks like, what the hell happened here? And by that, that was just enough that I was able to collar him and take him, bring him back home. But the look on his face was priceless. Now, the good thing is that the cat was declawed, so it didn't hurt him. But I mean, you could hear them paw smacks on his dome every time that cat connected. Susie says, laugh out loud, tossed my kitty into the basement. He was having no part of that and has found a way to open the damn door. Um, we have one door that has one of those side handles,
Grouchy. You're
and yes, animals are very good at opening those. So,
grouchy, grouchy, grouchy.
uh, Eddie's grouchy, huh?
Yeah.
Eddie not feeling good.
Yeah, his ears fucking with him.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that.
He's had a problem with his right ear his entire life so far. Get it cleared up for a little while and it comes back. Now I just ain't had money to take him to the vet. As soon as I sell this biker gnome, he's going to the vet.
Yeah. Well, let's just put this out there. If there's anybody out there that's able to maybe help Mike out with getting Eddie to the vet, hit me up and let me know. We'll see if we can get maybe a little bit of donation.
Oh no, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We'll get her figured out. I appreciate it though. There's other people that need more help than I do.
You know, I get that, but we also love our animals, bud. So
Oh yeah.
if we can help out, we will.
Yeah. He'll get up there this month. I just have to put him before my oil change on my Harley. If that don't say fucking love, nothing does.
Right? I get that. Dave says, okay, I'm not talking cat versus dog versus cat. That's bad, totally bad. I'm talking puppies versus kittens, MMAs. That's safer and awesome, totally awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Technically, Dave, they were both under 2 years old, so they are they were still puppies and kittens. Thomas says the Minnesota vets in Minnesota won't declaw cats anymore. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Dave said declawing sounds cruel. Well,
I
it
mean,
is.
if you're
It's
gonna,
basically ripping your fingernails out if you were a person.
or your teeth. I mean, if you're gonna keep them inside all their life, that's not so bad. It's still not good, but because I mean, that's his only defense.
Yep. I was. They told me about taking and getting um, my boys declawed, and I said no, and they're like, well, why not? I said, do you see where I live?
Yeah, right, right.
I said, do you think if I want my boys to get out and have absolutely zero ways of defending themselves against all the shit that lives out where I live at?
Yeah,
I said, you're nuts.
yeah. Fuck yeah, there was a raccoon out there this morning. Tried to get him on video, but he was a little too skittish. He took off. Sassy was out there eating out of the bowl, or Tanner, one of the females. Raccoon kept popping his head around trying to get in the bowl, and the cat wasn't given. Yeah,
Cat's like, it's too cold. This is my food.
well, it's a pecking order around here.
Yeah.
Raccoons and possums don't eat till after the cats eat. And
Well, it's kind of
that
the same here. These guys follow me everywhere when I go to feed. So I've started feeding at the trees first, so that way they'll follow me in here to the shed,
yeah.
and then after that, then that way they leave the cats at the tree line alone. Well, yeah, it's interesting.
These cats used to follow me around when they were younger. I'd walk around the junkyard and they'd be trailing behind me. It was funny as fuck, man. Fucking at one point it was like seven of them. I'd go for a walk and it'd just be a string of cats following behind me the whole way.
You look like, you look like a family of ducks, just furry.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Susie said, Chris, the Lord had reasons I didn't collect that fundraiser yet. Seems someone else needs it more than me right now, so I'm going to collect and pass it on. Susie, if that's what you want to do with it, that's your money. So, yeah, go ahead and help out whoever. That's up to you. Um, if you're in a place you don't need it, I'm happy to hear that. So, but yeah,
Yeah, things will start getting better here soon.
you know, we're well, as soon as I can get this shirt figured out and get the sizing perfectly for the picture, um, we will be opening both stores. We have to go with two stores. One store is for the show, and one store is for the foundation. Once they're up and running, you guys and gals are able to go in and order stuff that you would like. If there's something that you want that's not on that list, let me know and we'll work it out and get it on there. But then any proceeds from all of those sales goes directly to the foundation and all the wonderful fun stuff that I get to do with that. So, um, yeah, I'm getting blackmailed into. Well, they think they're blackmailing me. I'm like, no, I'll print it out myself, you assholes. But there's a printing company in Maryland that wants to print out all the labor posters that I'm supposed to have here, even though I have no fucking employees here. But they're like, oh, it's $5 a poster, and then it's $10 to laminate the fucking things.
Jesus
I'm like,
Christ.
I'm like, fuck that. Good morning, Taz. Taz says, Guten Morgen.
Good Morgan.
Well, that's German for good morning.
Oh, okay.
Susan says the guy always does fundraiser streams to help people, and now he needs help. Well, and I will tell you that he's probably one of the, if he's like me, he hates to ask for the help. So yeah, if that's what you need to do with that money, I'm 100% supportive of you, Susie. So yep, you won't get any arguments out of me as long as you're helping somebody or yourself. Susie said, Mike, how did you know my health is getting better?
Well, I wasn't actually talking about that, but I am glad to hear it.
Mike's kind of the psychic of the group. He's just not wearing his Swami hat today.
Yeah. My one friend calls me Nostradamus. I don't know why, but
That's funny.
like, all right, whatever. Call me
Taz,
whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner.
Taz says, "How's everyone today?" I'm doing good. I've missed you guys and gals. I haven't talked to you in 2 days. So I'm like, I know it's Saturday. I know I usually take off Saturdays, but nope. I'm doing this. We're gonna hang out this morning. Um, you know, I enjoy this as much as I hope you all enjoy this. Um, Jamie said she's nervous for the price of Simba's appointment today. Yeah, that's always. Ugh.
Yeah.
Vets can really fuck you.
Yeah.
I've noticed that, especially if you have to get an emergency visit. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go sell a kidney to pay for this shit.
Yeah. I want to take Eddie to a different vet than I usually take him to because they're expensive as hell. But I don't know nothing about these other vets.
Yeah.
I shared a funny one on Discord. It's a picture of one of the new Chevy pickups, that Cyber truck, but it's green. It has wood grain sides and shit. It says Elon Musk's vacation, so it resembles the Griswold's car. I said, "No, it don't look bad." It's
Yeah,
pretty funny.
they're crap. They're
Yeah,
useless.
they're ugly as fuck, man. I can't imagine they went with that fucking design. I mean, Jesus Christ, you could probably find a kindergartner that could come up with a body that had more style than that.
Um, Thomas said, "Will there be a donation tab on the website?" Yes, sir. There will be. We will have Cash App set up for the website. For the foundation, we will have. Holy crap, you guys! Sorry about this. They're all going nuts. Um, there will be Cash App. There will be Zelle. Um, and I think we're using PayPal because we had to set that up because of crap going on, and everything goes through PayPal. Um, so as much as I dislike PayPal, and I'm surprised they let us set up an account after what I told them when I closed my last one, um, yeah, there will be PayPal.
Yeah, just another idiot to get their hands in somebody else's money.
Well, I'm sure you all have noticed by now that I am not the most um, truthful when it comes to telling people things when I'm upset with them. But
Yeah,
I'm
when you're
always honest.
when you're dealing with idiots, truth isn't a necessary asset. Sometimes you just gotta be straight with them.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just like, you know what? You're a fucktard.
Yeah, no beating around the bush, no sugarcoating. Here's the truth, motherfucker. Deal with it.
All right. You said it is under. You say you put it in pictures.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's pretty funny. I'd drive one of them some bitches. I'll tell you what. I tell you what.
There you go. So they've been showing like all the bloopers on them, where like somebody rolled it and the doors fell off of it and shit like that.
Oh,
It's like crazy stuff.
yeah,
Well, people don't realize how heavy those things are.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You think they'd make it light? just to add ease to the battery. But
Oh, no, they make the that's why they went with the aluminum. Everything on there is aluminum,
yeah,
like
yeah.
stainless steel.
But the battery's heavy as fuck.
Yeah, that battery. I mean, those batteries are what it makes them go through tires faster.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, they're saying that that's tire pollution has gone up
Oh,
exponentially since
uh,
these
yeah.
EVs have started coming out because um, with the weight, they're just chewing the tires up.
Uh, yeah, I watched Tucker Carlson did a up in Canada with some guy did basically a review on them, and that dude said he was impressed with the power of the truck and everything.
It's just the charging aspect you didn't like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you you can't, like, if you got a low battery or a half battery, you got to be worried about going anywhere. Or I mean, and then you look at some of these traffic jams, especially out west. What happens when you get in a traffic jam in one of them cars? You're SOL.
Right?
Got to get a gas powered truck to come out there and help you get out of trouble. But
Oh,
they're
no, no.
okay. They're okay with gas powered trucks there, though.
I'm sorry to hear that, Dave. Dave said there was 3 teenagers killed in one of those around Thanksgiving. Was a horrible wreck.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's not
And
good.
that's the big one of the bigger problems with those is that um they are very prone to fire when especially once the battery's compromised.
No.
That's why they're totaling them. If something happens to the battery, where there's some like a even if it's just a rock comes up and dents the battery casing,
Mm-hmm.
they've started totaling the cars. Let me get caught up here. Susie says I'm getting ready for bed now. We'll go to bed in the next hour. Jamie said, "Where do you live, Susie?" Saskatchewan, Canada. She's right in the middle of right above the Dakotas, right, right, Susie? If I'm thinking right, Saskatchewan's right above North Dakota. So she says she's trying to move to Texas.
Texas.
Uh, Dave said since Smokey died, Natari hasn't left mine or Ray's side. Sleeps with me at night now.
Mm.
Oh, I get it, bud. At least she has you and Ray for support. That's a big thing. Ted said I saw someone took the Ford electric pickup. I think the Lightning and put a pair of electric twist nuts on the hitch. That was funny. Oh
Yeah.
my. Ted said even if I had the money for one, I would never buy a fully electric vehicle. Nope, me neither.
Nope.
A hybrid maybe,
Yeah, hybrid maybe.
but
My brother's got two of them.
Susie said, "Hey, you all want to laugh your asses off? We always want to laugh."
Yeah.
Trudeau is taking away all our guns and sending them to Ukraine.
Yeah. Good
I'm
luck with
sorry,
that.
I would not be complying.
No.
Hi,
Yeah.
Cassie. Cassie's over on Rumble.
Got a
Hello.
couple guns here that ain't going to Ukraine. I can tell you that.
Nope. Well,
unless little dude wants to come down here and try and get it himself, which would be interesting. Give me an excuse to get to dump the bulldozer out, dig a nice deep hole to put him in. For his comfort, of course.
I'm waiting for the FBI to pop in. You can't say that.
Well, I didn't say
To
nothing
our
bad.
FBI handlers, we are just talking and we're having a conversation of fun. We're not We're not being serious here. Thank you.
Well, I
Well,
didn't say that.
partly serious, maybe.
I didn't say nothing about doing nothing to him. I dig a hole for him in case
It's
he got to go to the bathroom or something like that.
it's not your fault if he falls in, right?
Yeah.
Taz says up here, I keep laughing at the idea that if one got stuck up here and then another came to pull it out and died, it would just
Yeah.
daisy chain. I am of course thinking of wintertime ice up here. Yeah, I mean, did you see all of the stories coming out of like Chicago and those areas around the Great Lakes last year? Um, you know, they were just first off, there's not enough charging stations,
Yeah.
and they were taking forever to charge. Like people were there for like 5 hours charging cars, and by then a lot of cars ran out of juice, so they had to call a tow truck to come get them and and take them to the pump. It was just crazy.
Yeah. Fully electric is just foolish. My brother was sitting out here in the driveway one day and his Audi, it's Eco, and he was running the electric and it just shut off. Apparently the battery got too low and it shut off. So fortunately, he had an engine too.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, fully electric. That's just only a fool would do that. Especially, I mean, we, Sheets around here got charging stations, so there's plenty of charging right in my area here.
yeah,
But not if a lot of people would have them.
yeah. I get it.
Yeah,
Um,
well, Bongino was Bongino was talking about how I forget how much money they got in the budget to build all these charging stations, and they've only got not even a big handful of charging stations built already. And they were like, "Well, this ain't supposed to happen till like 2030." Like, damn, dude, like that's pretty far off, man.
yeah. Susie says, I'm waiting for Trump to come save us, make us the 51st state.
Hey, I think it was a joke to some degree, but hey, more people in your clan is not a bad thing. Bigger
Cassie
force.
asks, Cassie asks, what's the temperature where everyone's at? We are at, I believe, 22 degrees this morning with lake effect snows coming all the way down from Erie.
My computer says 29, but it's always wrong.
Well, I'm out in the middle of, it always gives me the closest town.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
says
yeah.
30.
Mine too. Yeah.
But when you're out in the country, your temperature is at least usually 4 to 5 degrees lower.
Yep. And I'm down in a holler, so it's even colder out here, down here for me.
So, yep.
Yeah, when I go out and turn my heater, when I go out and turn my heater on in the shop 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, it's usually pretty damn cold out there this time of year. It's usually 5 to 10 degrees colder in the shop than it is outside. It's only a box truck. I mean, doesn't have any insulation. It's lifted up off the ground by a little bit. It's on a straight axle, so the wind can go around all four sides. It can get underneath, over top. It's basically an ice box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
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 it holds the cold in.
yeah.
One
I want to
one
get some.
cold.
I want to get some skirting around the bottom of it. But if we put it the way my landlord wants to, we won't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Cassie says 23 degrees down where she's at in North Carolina.
Damn. Well, I feel bad for them people out down there that are still living in tents.
Yeah, that's crazy. That says we are at 30 and feels like 25, 23, sorry.
Sounds about right.
That wind chill, especially when it's coming from the north, like that's some crazy chilly stuff. Um, we've had we've had winds. sustained winds down here for the last couple of days of about 20 miles an hour with gusts up to, I think they said 40.
Mm.
And yeah, that made cutting plywood outside fun.
We're going for 50 tomorrow.
Thomas said heat wave in Minnesota supposed to hit 42 today.
They're calling for 50 here tomorrow.
He said he may have to put shorts on.
Longer shorts.
I've always got shorts on. They're just under my sweatpants. They said 25 here, 60s coming Sunday, Monday. Snow Monday and Tuesday, they say. Wow.
Planning on riding to church tomorrow. I had my bike out the other day. It was like 27 degrees. I went down. I bought 2 monster Javas, put them in my saddlebag. I rode home, like 15-minute ride, and I got home and the one monster Java can split wide open in my saddlebag.
That's
Yeah.
no good.
Well, fortunately, the can was laying on its side, and the side that split was up. So it didn't spill all over my saddlebag, which is good because then it would have got all over my everything, you know. But yeah, yeah, I couldn't even believe that shit, man. It was cold though. It was cold.
Taz said he's been wearing his shorts the last couple of days. Jamie said 50s for the next few days, may hit 60. Woo!
Nice, nice. Break
That's
out
it.
the suntan lotion.
Head to the beach.
Yeah, get the suntan lotion and head to the beach.
Oh my.
Get you some
Yeah,
cold beers.
yeah, they kind of frown upon having hard liquor on the beach.
Yeah, well, you know, fuck them.
We used to have a swimming hole down in Manheim,
Yeah.
and one of the kids freaking told some of the adults, and one of the alcoholic adults who's always an asshole and he's drunk
Mm.
went down there and got pissed off and started breaking beer bottles and throwing them into the creek.
Oh, what an asshole.
Yeah, it took us like months to get that cleaned out.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
we did.
we used to have swimming holes all around here too until idiots started just leaving their trash lay around, and they started putting fences up around all these swimming holes. The one was really cool. It was a creek. It's only about 4 feet deep, but it had a rope swing and it was wide. You could park your car right there on the side, right by the swimming hole. It was awesome. We used to have 40, 50 people down there, you know. And
Yeah,
then everybody just started leaving their freaking trash around. The next thing you know, they ran a chain link fence the whole way along that road. So if you wanted to go swimming there, which you weren't really allowed to do, you had to park way down the road and walk to it. So,
and
well,
then hope security didn't catch you.
yeah, yeah. Well, it was private land, so you know you didn't really have to worry a whole lot about that. But I'm sure if they caught you, they'd, you know, after he had to spend all that money putting that fence up, I'm sure he would not go real easy on you.
You would want to go prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law.
Yeah, yeah,
And I can't say, I'm not saying it'd be different. I mean, maybe if people would have reached out to him and said, hey, we'd like to do this here.
yeah.
Is there a way we can work something out?
Or just start cleaning up after your damn selves, you know.
Well, that's the big thing. People need
It
to
would
stop
be
being.
the easiest. That would have been the easiest route.
Yeah.
You bring it, you take it home, no problem.
Dave said Dave said he hasn't seen a swimming hole around here since the 80s.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Well, that's because they keep building it up so much, Dave.
yeah.
They take them away from you.
Well, kids these days don't go doing shit like we used to either.
No.
You know, I mean, we would be out all freaking day. I mean, if there was a swimming hole around, some kid was going to find it, you know, and that means the rest of them were going to be there. And I mean, my favorite one was a quarry down in Saginaw. You had to swim the whole way across this quarry, which is a pretty good swim. The other side was a sheer cliff, and you could crawl up, and there was different places you could jump off, you know. And me and my best friend, we were the only two that I knew of that went the whole way to the top and jumped
Under,
off. And that shit was crazy, man. You jump off, at first you just wouldn't feel nothing. You wouldn't hear nothing. You wouldn't feel nothing. And then the wind would start coming out from underneath your ears and underneath your armpits. And then you slammed into the water. I'll tell you what, you didn't want to do anything. You wanted to do like a needle dive,
just
and you
pencil you.
wanted to, and you wanted to do it shallow because I've always heard there are uh, quarry machines
Mm-hmm.
down in there, you know, like
It's,
cranes and dump
it's
trucks.
crazy to me how they sit there and say that it's more economic to leave the shit in there than
Yeah,
it is to get it out and sell it.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, up here in
Even for
Cornwall, it's the same way.
even for scrap metal. I mean,
Dave said he misses that stuff. He says good swimming in the mountains, though. He ain't saying where unless you come to visit. So I guess we got to go visit. We got to go
oh,
visit Dave.
had probably some cold water there.
Thomas said he used to swim in the Mississippi.
Oh shit.
Um, if I remember right, I did that once when I was 14 when I went down to visit my uncle.
Mm,
And again, out when we did that, we went over there once and swam, but I'm not sure.
mm,
Um, up near what's it called? Lewisburg. Up in Lewisburg, they have a pool that is uh, a spring-fed pool.
mm.
And I'll tell you what, you go up there in the middle of the summer when it's 99, 100 degrees, and you jump in that pool and you think you're gonna fucking go into
Ice,
shock.
ice cold, ice
Yeah,
cold.
yeah. I think it's about 40, 45 degrees at the most, even
That's
in the
why
summer.
we. That's why we always liked swimming in creeks and shit. You know, it was you'd go to somebody's swimming pool, and the shit would be warm. You know,
Yeah.
like a damn warm bath. Go to them creeks and quarries and shit. That shit was ice cold, man. You cool off right quick.
Dave said he's touched the Mississippi but not swam in it.
Yeah,
We used to swim in the Susquehanna when I was a kid,
yeah, used to.
but you got to be careful. You got to know where you can and where you can't because certain places you'll get sucked right under.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
Stay
dangerous
close.
river.
Yeah, that's for sure. They're going to make it even more dangerous if they put that dam in.
Yeah, yeah. I hope they don't.
Well, I don't know. My aunt might be happy because then she'll just get paid off for that property that she owns over there in
Yeah,
Wrightsville and not have
yeah.
to deal with it anymore.
Yeah. I'd be. I'm sure there'll be some people that'll come out of it smelling more like a rose than others.
Right? Taz says once fun, go swim in a lake formed off of a glacier, the Denton
Mm,
Glacier National Park. I bet that's nice and cold, and I bet
wow.
that was the water that really cool blue color, Taz. If you know glaciers, you know that the deeper you go into the glacier, the different the colors get. Like you see the white on the top just because of the oxygen, how it reacts to it. But then when you get down inside, um, it gets to be like a lighter blue, and then it turns into a really dark blue down further.
I went to trade school up north of Scranton. There's a state park up north. It's called Ricketts Glen State Park. They had a lot of creeks up there. Well, the one that the park has, I forget how many waterfalls. It's 79 waterfalls, I think it is. But
Wow.
some real big ones, man. And they were so awesome in the winter. The one was 100 some feet tall, and in the wintertime, it was just one huge icicle. It was freaking amazing, you know. And in the summer, we'd go. There was a couple places you could swim, and that water was nice and cold. I'll tell you what. You
Yeah.
walk through them woods in the shade, you know, till you get there, you wouldn't even be hot like from the sun. You'd be hot from walking, but you jump in that water there, yeah, you cool off quick, man, real quick.
Good. That's what it's for, right?
Amen. Amen.
Thomas said it starts here, Dave. You can step over it.
Mm.
Dave said totally awesome, Thomas. I did that near Portage Glacier in Alaska. Can you say burr?
Wow. Wow. Freaking A.
Thomas said he used to scuba dive in the old mines. Up here in the old mine for the old quarry at Cornwall, they have a scuba school. You can go up there and they'll teach you how to dive.
Mm.
You can go down and see all the old mining equipment and stuff in there. So you gotta be careful.
Did,
You
did
can
they
see
ever did they ever
it.
find that lady that fell in the sinkhole?
They
Do you
did.
know?
She unfortunately she perished.
Well, I figured.
Yeah. Well, she was 65 years old, and
Yeah.
she was really skinny, and I mean, it got really cold the last 3 days. So
Yeah.
I didn't expect her to make
Well,
it.
I can't imagine the temperature down in that sinkhole was terrible. I mean, it was probably the fall that got her, you know. But
Yeah.
hell, you go down that far down in the ground, probably would have been nicer than outside temperature.
Well, I'm just thinking, like even in like Indian Echo Caverns. I don't know. Have you been there before?
Yeah,
Up
it's
in,
been a long time.
but yeah, that like the caverns like that tend to um
If there's any
keep
circulation.
keep regulated temperatures.
Yeah, yeah. But
So
if
like
there's,
Indian
if
Echo
there's
Caverns, I think they said it's like 54 degrees year round.
yeah, yeah. But sometimes the circulation can bring the temperature down, you
Yeah.
know, if
So
there's airflow.
and with that sinkhole, that opened up that air, and I mean I'm sure there was air flowing through there. So
Yeah,
Dave
to
said
some degree.
Dave said she fell at least 30 feet. Yeah. So
Oh, shit.
please pray for her family. It's sad. I'm sure
Yeah.
that's not. They didn't expect that to happen. Nobody expects that to happen, but that's part of life, and we need to realize that we live on God's time, not ours.
I told Eddie we live in PA. If he gets lost, I'm not coming to look for him. You're on your own, man.
You'll- tell him you'll send out the kitty search rescue, skits and the others.
Yeah, yeah,
Buy little headlamps and put on them.
yeah. I'm sure that would go over well. Just about like a lead fart.
They'd fight with you so much trying to get them on, and then they'd have them up in 20 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. And by that time, Eddie'd come walking up the sidewalk like, "What's going on?"
Right? That's how it works. Well, Cinder and JR got into the damn house again yesterday
Oh shit!
when we were putting the
Under you
insulation on
say?
the floor. What's that?
You say under?
Yeah, they got in a crawl space under the house.
Okay. The
We
one
had
that he got lost in before.
what's that?
The one that he got lost in before. Well, not lost, but
Yeah, Cinder was down there for 3 days
yeah,
last time.
yeah, yeah.
Thankfully, we caught it this time because we were closing up all the holes that they can get downstairs in. Um, so we had pulled up the entire bathroom floor and we were insulating it, and we were at the end of the roll, and Ryan's like, "Hey, just go ahead and cut that, and I'll stuff it in." Well, it
Yeah.
was hanging out the door, so I couldn't close the door,
Shit.
and I'm like, "Hey, dude," um, we ended up getting talking, and that's when they ran down. Well, good morning, Leo. The baby daddy's here.
Huh.
You gonna come over? I'll see if I can get him. I gotta move slowly, or he'll freak out. You're okay, buddy. You're okay. Who's who's pissing at him? But that's Leo. That's the bit. All these babies. That's their daddy right there.
Yeah.
It took a long time to get him to this point where he'll get this close to me.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, I think the neighbor abused him,
Huh.
and then he kicked him out of the house. He didn't get him fixed. Is
Mm.
the problem.
Yeah.
And then I think he started spraying all over the house,
Mm.
and that's what pissed him off. Dave said, "Got to feed the herd," but listening, I'm sure the herd is very, very happy to see you right now, Dave.
I'm sure they heard that.
As long as nobody's out there going, "Dad," to Dave.
Yeah. Yeah.
My herd's all in here. I've got three on my lap, and the rest are laying on the heater. Right here, right here's the troublemaker, the one that kept pushing buttons
Yeah.
earlier.
Buttons.
That's maybe that's what we need to rename her.
Yeah. Don't give her the nuclear codes, whatever you do.
She's a good girl. They all are for the most part. I've
Yeah.
got them all trained that when I walk out to the road now, they always want to follow me. And I'm like, no, you cannot come out to the road. The roads are bad for you.
Yep.
And now I'll say stop and put my hands up, and then they turn around and come back in the yard.
Yeah.
Dave's laughing. Dave's laughing at our comments about the herd.
Yeah.
So
Well, mine get on my road here. I don't think I get quite as much traffic as you, but
yeah,
and they probably don't go as fast on my road, but my road's got some blind spots coming up over the hill and coming down around. Yeah, the car won't see them until too late. So
yeah.
hopefully none of them ever find that problem.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of ours have over the years.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so the lineage here is actually kind of funny. Um, Leo is related to the boys in the house.
Mm.
Um, the boys' dad was my tiger, who was my outside cat for 16 years.
Oh shit.
Him and Gray had multiple litters that we had to find homes for. We've homed easily over 50 cats over the years.
Huh.
So now we're at the point nobody wants cats. They're like, oh, fuck you, go away.
Yeah.
But no, actually, a lot of people are like, if we had room, we'd take them because we love your cats. They're good. But
You
So,
gotta follow Bob Barker's advice. Get them fucking fixed.
well, that costs money, and
Well, yeah. Well, I found a lady that actually fixed all mine for free. I just had to help catch them, and they got them all fixed except for one.
I
That
might
little
have.
bit that little bitch was a screwing machine. Oh my God.
she, she thought she was even, had to repopulate the world.
Something like that. Something like that.
I might have to get that. I might have to get that lady's name from you.
I don't know if she does that anymore because I've tried reaching out to her since she got my four fixed, and I haven't been able to get a hold of her. I don't know where the hell what's going on. I know she was a pretty old woman.
Yeah.
She sent her roommate up to help me, and we put all the traps out and ended up getting them pretty quick, pretty easy. So it was it was good because my landlord wasn't happy about a whole bunch of cats running around, and you know, so
Well, I get it.
we got the numbers down now. So because he leaves his garage open, which is up behind my house, and his house is on the other side of the property. So he likes to leave his garage open in the summertime so it gets aired out, but he don't want cats getting in there, getting stuck in there, and there's chemicals up there and whatnot. But
Yep. Jamie says my cats never go outside, not here, because my road is a 25-mile-per-hour road, but no one goes that speed. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, that's the same out here. Everybody sees, oh wow, open roads.
yeah,
I'm going to go out here and.
that's a suggested speed.
But so yeah, Tiger was the dad of um my three boys. Well, then they're well, I guess they'd still be brother and sister because it was from the same mom and dad. Um, the neighbor, his daughter was looking for some barn cats to help with rodents, so she took two of them, and that's where Leo came from. So Leo is actually Tiger's grandson. So now these guys here are all Tiger's great grandchildren in that lineage. So yeah, um, I mean Tiger. If you look at Tiger and Leo, they're spitting images of each other. So, but, and something happened that Fluffy just came flying in here, and he's staring out the door, so something scared the hell out of him. Thomas says the farmhouse down the road has over 40 cats,
Oh my
troublemakers.
God.
A friend of mine, their neighbor, started breeding cats, and then it got out of hand, and then the cats got out. And they just kept going and going and going. And unfortunately, it had gotten to the point where they were inbreeding so much that you started getting cats that had massive um
Physical problems.
birth defects.
Hmm.
um, a lot of them were stillborn,
Huh.
and yeah, it was bad. I'm like, somebody should just bring a gun out here and just start getting rid of them.
Yeah.
But I think there's nothing you can do for them. They have to be euthanized at that point. As much as you don't want to do that, it's the humane thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, you know, when Katie came to me with that kitten that had its neck slashed, And I mean, there was no way we were going to save that kitten.
Hmm.
And so we had to put that one down. I'm still trying to figure out how it got its neck slashed. It's just ugh.
Hmm.
And then that crazy freaking raccoon. That thing was nuts. I mean, big, beautiful raccoon. I would have loved to have tried to,
Tame it.
got calmed down to where it came around a lot, but I can't have it attacking the other animals and stuff. And us, it came after us, for goodness sakes. I mean,
Oh,
that just
shit.
tells you something was wrong with it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good morning, James.
Usually they'll be happy to get away from you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he got a hold of the raccoon or the possum and was rolling it around, and I'm like, nah, you can't be doing that.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
James Coates popped in. So good morning, James. Hopefully you're doing well. Good to see you. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of a lot of stuff, and to see a certain party implode on itself, um, is kind of fun.
Oh yeah.
Um, and
Now Fetterman's trying to act like he's a voice of reason.
yeah,
That's
well,
such
I'll work with Elon and them. I
yeah.
saw that video. Yeah. Um, well, he's up for election next year, I think.
Who's that? Fetterman?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
I don't trust him. I
No.
just don't trust him. I think his strokes and I mean he was about a half of an idiot before, of course. But yeah. We need people in the office that are healthy, physically, mentally, and competent. This should
Well,
have had an
that
incompetent
leaves me
people.
out.
Yeah, me too, But hey, I'm not trying to run the country.
Well, I'm not going to try and run the country, but I did think about running for office. We'll see how Smucker does this time around because the last couple of years he's been voting against our interests, and I'd really like to primary him with somebody. And if I can't find somebody, I guess
You
you know what
coming
they
in?
say: do it yourself if you can't find somebody to do it for you.
You coming in? You staying out? All right, you're staying out for a while.
Eddie's going to go hunting.
He's already been out. He just came running across the yard. That's what I was giggling about a couple minutes ago. He
Oh,
came
okay.
flying across the yard. Cold out there. He's getting
Yeah.
too used to he's getting used to being an inside cat. He don't go out as much right now. He'll sit at the door and he just look at the door and he just sit there and look at it and look at it. And I'm just like I'm thinking he's like, where the hell did summer go?
Right.
And I'm sitting here saying, yes, exactly. Where the hell did it go?
But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens in the next couple of years, whether I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring and see what happens. We'll see.
Yeah.
Um, we're I've got first off, I've got to get all this stuff that I've got going on right now under control and organized and ready. You know, so that's my main focus.
Well,
Is
on the brighter side, spring is only 104 days away.
I think Thomas said it's only 40 days till the inauguration now. Am I
Yeah,
right, Thomas?
that sounds pretty close. Pretty
So
close.
I got a text message asking if I'm claiming my inauguration ticket. No, I'm good. I don't need to go to DC.
No. No, because shit's going to start heating up eventually with these idiots.
I did see that cover, Thomas. It was a very good picture of him. I'm surprised. I didn't read the article yet, so I'm interested in that. But I don't put a lot of stock in Time magazine because they're the idiots that made Adolf Hitler Man of the Year,
Hmm. Yeah.
Person of the Year. So I mean, not saying Trump's bad and that they shouldn't have picked him for the cover. I'm just saying, as a whole, I don't trust Time magazine. I don't trust
No.
any of the magazines, honestly. They're all run by a bunch of crooks.
Speaking of Hitler, I just shared Wi-Fi. Well, I didn't share it on Discord or nothing, but there was a Wi-Files the other day. It was about. It was called Eagle's Flight. It was about Hitler's escape plan and how they say he escaped to Barcelona, I think it was, and he lived in Barcelona for quite a few years, and then he moved somewhere else. But it was pretty interesting. You know, they got people in Barcelona and this other place where he went that say they met him. They talked to him. You know, after he had fled Germany. God only knows. And
Mm.
how they were talking about how the United States actually had a big part in helping him get out of over there. Basically, calling him saying we aided Hitler. You know, which well, it wouldn't surprise me because we got all their top scientists after all that shit happened. You know, I can't remember what that was they did when we came here. Had to do with getting the moon.
Paperclip.
Yeah, paperclip. That's it. You know, they had a lot to do with us getting to the moon. Yeah, getting to the moon.
The rocket
Suppose,
program, yeah.
yeah, supposedly.
You know,
So yeah, but it was an interesting Y files. That was the first one I've seen in a while, actually. That's one of my favorite YouTube shows.
yeah.
Yeah, they
I'll have
talk
to maybe
about some crazy shit like Sasquatch and UFOs and government conspiracies.
Did you
And
did you message him and tell him you have a tip for on Sasquatch for him?
yeah, yeah. I can't tell you where, but I see Sasquatch on a regular basis. He is alive and well. He's raising a harem of cats. That's all I
Right?
can tell you.
Oh my.
He's not Chinese, so they're not food source.
Moo Guy Kitty.
Having egg rolls tonight. Where's that other cat? No, there is no other cat. I don't know which one you're talking about.
Um, I will tell you this: when I was a kid, we used to have Vietnamese neighbors, and we had no stray cats. That's all I'm
Yeah, Vietnamese, Thai. I mean, all them people, they ain't opposed to eating anything. You know, hey, tough
saying. Well,
times. I'd eat what I had to eat too in tough times.
I mean, you read a lot of the diaries from World War II and Stalingrad,
Yeah,
like all those over in Russia when they were under siege
yeah,
by the Germans. That's one of the reasons why the Russians really honestly hated them so much was because of stuff like making. They ended up having to eat their pets because they had no other food source,
yeah, yeah,
and that just made them just hate the Germans even more
yeah,
than normal. I mean, because if you have to eat something that you love, that's just, of course, it's
yeah,
going to make you bitter.
yeah.
So,
I watched a
Thomas,
pretty good one
stuff on the
last night.
Wi files.
Watched a pretty good one last night. It was, the Seabees on Iwo Jima.
I want to see that. That's been popping up on mine.
Yeah, it was pretty good. My grandpa was a Seabee, but I'm pretty sure he was based in Italy I'll have to look through his diary. I have a diary here from my grandfather. It's real hard to read, but he talks about being in France at one point, and they were living in some terrible conditions, and they found some bread. Or the one guy stole some bread off of a house window, and they divided it up very sparingly and tried to make it last. And then at one point they found they were in a shack and they found all kind of wine, and they basically got drunk and shit. So I wish I could read it easier. My grandfather kept a diary when he was, over there. It
Oh,
ain't
that's
like you could,
good.
yeah, it ain't like you could sit down at a desk and write neatly and, scratching that shit down in foxholes and, yeah.
Cassie said, "Hey, check out the BFRO, Bigfoot Research Organization."
Huh.
Okay, I can do that. We'll do that. Maybe tomorrow we'll do that while we're on the show. Go and check that out. I'll check it out ahead of time. That way I know what the hell I'm talking about. So I don't look like an idiot, you know. But well,
Uh,
I look like an idiot anyway. But that's besides the point. Dave said, "Could you imagine having to do that? Bad times." I couldn't do it, Dave. Nope. I won't eat my pets.
oh
I'd
my
rather
God.
I'd rather they eat me.
Yeah.
Other way around.
Yeah.
But you
That's the
know,
thing with cats, man. They say if you would die in your house, a cat will start eating you before a dog would.
mhm.
And I don't doubt it. I mean, I think a dog has a little more of an attachment to humans. But yeah, I don't know. Bon appetit. That's all I can say.
Yep.
Eat my
Um,
Johnson first. My Johnson rod.
they said he tried to keep a journal in Iraq that lasted about a week.
Yeah, yeah.
Said that would be horrible, Dave. Yeah, it would be. It would be difficult. Um,
Yeah.
from what I've read, it even got to the point of cannibalism where they started eating the people who had passed away, and yeah, that's what the Germans did was not good. Um, you know, and I know there's some people out there who are like, well, the Allies weren't any better. Well, the Allies were just going in and taking and doing what they had to do to fix a problem.
Yeah.
Um, the Germans didn't have to keep fighting.
No.
Cassie said there have been sightings down in Lancaster County, not too far from where I live. That's kind of funny because I live in Lancaster County too. So
Yeah.
Sasquatch is like Lancaster counties. There we go. There's the
They
link.
saw they saw Chris, not Sasquatch. I saw Sasquatch. He was at a pizza shop having a slice. Yeah, I don't think so.
I,
Yeah,
I I teleported.
yeah. Well, there have been rumors about that Bigfoot teleports. That's how some people say he disappears so suddenly, like that he hits wormholes and all this other shit. I did find that page she was talking about
Okay,
on
cool,
YouTube. Yeah, I'll check it out later.
nice. Thomas said there is still a massive hatred with Germany and Russia. Yeah, I can understand it. I'm pretty sure there's a massive hatred between a lot of those countries in Germany right now.
Yeah.
Even today, because I mean, I'm sure it's not as bad as it used to be.
Well, you wouldn't think so because the idiots that did that shit, most of them are dead and gone. You
Well,
know, we're, that
un-
that isn't.
obviously the ideology still lives on in certain places, you know, like
well,
Ukraine.
yeah.
Um, and the problem with it is that you're not going to eradicate an ideology with violence.
No,
Um, all you're
you're
going
gonna
to do
fuel
is actually reinforce that ideology.
it. Just gonna fuel it. Yep.
You know, the best way to fight an ideology like that is, no, God, I can't remember his name. There was a black musician, and he reached out to the KKK, and he's like, "Hey, I want to come hang out with you guys, play some music maybe, and just get to know you." And they're like, "Well, we normally don't do that, but sure, why not?"
Must have had a hell of a set of balls.
Well, to all was said and done, to this day, I think he said that he's had 50 or 60 people actually quit the Klan over meeting him because he's like, they said, "You're nothing like what we were told a black person would be like."
Right.
And,
The
you know,
stereotype.
they quit, and a lot of them actually gave him their robes. So he actually still has their stuff from when
Wow.
they were in it. Um, and I mean, that just speaks volumes to, you know, you're not going to change everybody's heart by doing that, but, you know, just talking dialogue
Yeah.
can
A
make
lot.
such a big difference.
A lot of that shit is just fueled by stereotypes. Antiquated stereotypes at that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how can you live in a time where information is so easily available at your fingertips now
Yeah.
and still
And,
believe in all the stereotypes?
and be so fucking ignorant. Yeah.
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 Now, don't get me wrong. I still like to make fun of the stereotypes. Fuck, I don't care. Make fun of me too. That's the whole point of comedy is to make fun of shit,
Exactly.
make people laugh.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever see, did you ever see the Dave Chappelle show where he's um, the world's biggest racist? And
I
it's
never watched it, but
I gotta find that one for you. It's great. But yeah, he's a black man and he's a part of the KKK,
yeah.
and he's talking all kinds of stuff. And all of a sudden, one of the reporters are like, "You know, you're black, right?" And he's like, "Don't tell what? What do you call me? Why are you insulting me like that?" It's great. Ow. Well, somebody's up because they just called the cats.
Yeah.
But yeah, Thomas, that's exactly it. That's the problem. People don't talk.
Yeah.
Too many people have their heads buried in their fucking phones or computers, and you know, there's no sense of society anymore. There's no unity as a country right now because we've become what um smart guy E equals MC squared.
That ain't
Einstein.
I
Einstein.
yeah.
Einstein said that people will get to a point where they don't talk to each other, they'll become zombies. And we're there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thomas said Dave Chappelle is funny.
But depending on where you're at, 9 out of 10 people, if you smile at them, they're gonna smile back, no matter
Yeah.
what color they are. Now, I mean, obviously I exclude Walmart from that because I go to
Walmart.
Walmart. When I used to go to Walmart, and you walk past somebody and you kind of, smile a little bit. And boy, some of them people out there, they look like they're ready to break out into a full blown growl at you. And it's like, fuck you. But yeah,
Yeah, because
most of the time, people are not
if
what
fuck you
they.
had a face, it would live at Walmart.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. I ain't been there in forever, man. I bet I ain't been at Walmart in Probably damn near 2, maybe even 3 years.
Well, here's the problem with Walmart. Walmart's one of the companies that lobbies so hard to keep our manufacturing in China.
Yeah, yeah. So they get their shit cheap and they can make lots of money. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly it. Um,
Yeah.
and so if Trump goes ahead with this tariff thing, it's really going to hurt Walmart
Yeah.
and other companies that depend on that stuff.
Yeah.
But in the long run, it's actually going to help more Americans than it's going to hurt them because these companies that are making shit overseas are going to start bringing their shit back here to avoid the tariffs,
Yep.
which is going to bring good paying jobs back
Yeah.
and all of that. People
Oh,
are need to wake up to that and start listening to these stupid people. Oh, it's going to hurt us. It's not going to help us. Blah blah blah. No, you got to look at the whole picture and understand economics and how they work. You know, when our government sold us out and dropped the tariffs and let these other countries put, keep their tariffs on us just so they can invest in these, companies and send them overseas and make money. That's what it all comes down to. Is that people in Congress are invested in these companies that can make more money by shipping stuff over here from slave labor wages.
mhm.
Good morning, Mom. Mom said, good morning, everybody. Mom here. Have a blessed day.
Morning, everybody. I'm out of here. Looks like my boy Chris got a deer. I'm going to go over and help him load it up.
All right, Mike. Tell him we said congratulations. Thanks for hanging out and have a great day, bud.
All right. You too. Thanks, man. Later.
Later, bud. So, but yeah, I've been working on um, when I'm out and about trying to talk to more people, trying to be more friendly and have conversations. Um, so maybe I'll videotape some of that interaction. Jamie says, "Good morning, Mom." But you know, we really need to get our sense of country back. We need to get back to us, seeing each other as people, of our country. If we don't see each other like that as kin countrymen, then we're not going to fix any of the problems that we have. Our problems are just going to get worse. So, does that mean we forgive the politicians and bureaucrats that have done harm over the years? No, it does not. That's not how this works. If you broke the law, you broke the law. I'm tired of this shit. This whole Hunter Biden thing. If that was me or you, we would be locked up for 20 plus years. But because his name's Hunter and his last name's Biden, he's going to get away with everything, which is crap. But, well, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I've got some things I got to take care of. And I think the temperature is actually dropping. I'm getting cold. But thank y'all for being here. I appreciate you. And I hope you all have a great day. Um, not sure about later. I might do a live later. We'll see. I will let y'all know in Discord. I agree, Dave. I agree. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. But would y'all like me to put some cartoons on Discord or movies or something? If you're interested in that, let me know and I'll set that up for you. But yeah, y'all have a great day. Thanks for being here. Love yous. And okay, Jamie, that's fine. I'll be here all day. So, you're off by 2 days, Mom. But yeah. I don't know that he's going to pardon all of them, and I don't know that all of them should be pardoned, but yeah, we'll see. Jamie says cartoons, please. Alrighty. Give me about 5 to 10 minutes, and then they'll be up, Jamie. So cartoons will be on in the movie room on Discord. Can I have my phone, please? Can I have my phone? Why must you be such a troublemaker this morning? I want to share my Discord server, our Discord server, and the little shit won't get off my phone. Some people's kids, I tell you. Let me see. Link, invite, copy link. This link will last for 7 days. So here you go. There's the link to the Discord server. And YouTube. I guess I should go share it on all the platforms, huh? That would be nice, wouldn't it? I'm sure they would all appreciate that. The Discord server on Rumble and Twitch. And one more. I gotta share it on X yet. Alrighty. I've shared the Discord everywhere that I have to, and yeah. All right. Love y'all. Be safe. Have a great day. Stay warm, please. It is not nice out right now. But I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. We're out.